Welcome everybody. I am Christine Drummond and tonight I am going to be sharing with you some behind the scenes things that you can do to help build your business, to help you stand out, things that are going to make you, really pop on social media. We call this the B.O.S. party. B.O.S. stands for Build Online Successfully and Simply. And that's what I want it to be for you guys, and I want it to be fun. So we are going to bring these to you on a regular basis so that you guys get excited about building online, and so that you find a way to build that is in alignment with you and who you are, and that you're not trying to be somebody else. So tonight we're going to learn about how to create videos and how to create photos that will help you stand out, that will help you really improve your skills around this area so that it looks more appealing to people, to your audience, to the people that you're trying to attract into your business. So there's a few things, firstly, that you are going to need to know. And tomorrow night, we've actually got another special call with Vicky Lord, who is going to be sharing how to really market your message. So I'm not going to go too much into that tonight, but you definitely need to know what product or service you're actually selling on social media, okay? And you want to know who your audience is. What does your audience look like, okay? So you want to be really clear about those things. You can see I've got the Fearless Mums Club t-shirt. I'm not targeting dads, people. I'm not targeting kids. I'm targeting the mamas, okay? That's my brand. That's who I'm kind of appealing to in majority of my posts, okay? So tonight I'm going to talk about, how to really take better photos, how to take better videos on a budget, because let's face it, we see a lot of people out there. It looks beautiful. It looks like they've paid professionals for their photos, for their videos, but you don't need to do that. You can totally do it yourself within a really cool budget. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is lighting. Whenever you take a photo or take video, you need good lighting. Now, I've got a light here that is absolutely lighting my face up right now. You can actually see what it looks like without it. So you can see how it's kind of dark. And then when I whack the light on, it kind of just makes the face pop. Now, I'll show you my light. This is what it looks like. It's just a makeup light that I picked up from Aldi. It was like 50 bucks. You don't have to do that, but there's all sorts of different lights. I know Joel got some lights from Bunnings, so you can definitely do that as well. But you want the light, when you have the light set up, you want it above your face, okay? So you don't have shadow. So you have a look, if the light is below me, see what that does to my face now? See how it brings out the darkness on my eyes? This is the importance of lighting, guys, okay? Oh my gosh, look how baggy that is. You can see all my crow's feet. That's not a good look, okay? This is more of the glow that I'm looking for. So you want to make sure that you've got really good lighting. Now, the lighting, because this lighting here in my house, it's in a really terrible spot. Like it's right above my head. But you can see if I move back and move around, I can kind of get a little bit, the lighting can get a little bit better. So in the day, I have a beautiful window here and it lets in quite a lot of natural light. So natural light is the way to go if you can. And it's the most effective light, especially on a beautiful overcast day. But you want to make sure that you've got really good lighting. Now, if you're taking a selfie or if you're taking video, I like to do the claw. This is what I call the claw. So 2 fingers holding the back and then your fingers claw at either side and then your thumb does the finger. I don't know if anyone knows the claw. Just makes it easier and your phone is safe in your hand when it's in the claw, okay? People have that other thing that you kind of slip your finger behind. I can't remember what they're called, but you can have those as well. But I love the claw because it's easy. You don't have to have any equipment. It doesn't stick out on your phone. It's just your fingers. Now, when you're doing, trying to get the right lighting, it's okay for you to go like this and look around to see where the best lighting is on your face, okay? I will quite often do this, and I don't care what people think of me. I'm trying to build a business online. So sometimes you'll see me down the street, and every day I have to take a selfie anyway for the group that I'm in. But I will literally go down the street like this, looking for the best lighting, then I'll find it, then I'll do my video or my photo, okay? So make sure that the lighting is really good. and get a prop if you need it. Now, another type of lighting that I use for showcasing products is this thing called, that I picked up from Flashery. Now this has a built-in light system. It's got LED lights here. It's got like a little USB cord, so it just plugs into your computer or whatever. What I love about it is that has a hole in the top. So basically you just sit your phone on top and you can take photos of your products, or you can just do creative photos in your home and they look professional. It's all beautiful and white. You can run them through filters if you want to. So something like that, I think it was about $50 to pick something like that up as well. So that might be something that interests you. And then I want to talk a little bit quickly, a little bit about props as well, because it's nice to have photos that are different, that aren't just your product if you're selling a product, or aren't just the same thing all the time. So I've got a couple of props that I use in my photos. So things like, you know, wooden boards are great, chopping boards, something like this. They're always really handy to have. You can pop, you know, I do a lot of food posts and things like that. You can also get really cool placemats. This one's a bit of a marble effect. I think that was $2 from Kmart. You've got ones like this as well that are really cool. And then you've got things like, you know, your rose gold placemats, you've got your turquoise, like literally these are like $1, 50 cents, couple of dollars at places like Kmart, or you can go to places like Spotlight and get some props. The other props that I like to use are things like books. Okay, this is a rose gold book. I've got a rose gold glitter pen. I also use things like in the background here, the Just Love poster. You know, there's books, diaries, all sorts of things you can use. And then these are really handy as well. All these little, you know, kind of little like post-it note, different bits of paper. So you can basically work out what your branding colors are going to be and get things that fit in with that branding color. You can also get things like this. So I will have like the product that I sell, but then I'll add other props in to add color or texture or effect as well. And then flowers are always great. So these are my branding colors. So adding flowers like this just helps the photos pop. You've got different kind of things like flowers like this. You can use like little ceramic kettles and all sorts of stuff, guys. Seriously, it's endless. Okay, it's endless what you can use. I've even got things like this, like little rose gold salad servers and things like that. It's just to help you, to help make your photos really stand out. Because how nice is it when you look at someone's recipe that they've just cooked and it just looks beautiful, you know, or they've just made their shake and then it's like on a beautiful mat or in nice lighting and all that kind of thing. So it really does make a difference, and people are attracted to things that look good. Okay, so I want to help you really create some photos and videos that are going to help you do that. A backdrop is great as well. You don't necessarily have to have a backdrop like this. But, you know, you could have a, what's that thing that's really popular at the moment? The big mandala prints. I see a lot of people doing videos with those. I also see a lot of people with plant props, you know, things that just look really nice in the home. So that's what I'm just wanted to share a few things about the props. The other thing that I've got is a tripod. Now, I love this tripod. It was $35 from JB. It's retractable, so I've got it like it's as tall as I am. The arm goes down. You can turn the phone. This piece here is just literally off a selfie stick. You can have it portrait or landscape. And this is just so that you can keep your hands free. So if you're prepping or if you're doing something, you can literally set your tripod up so you can have both hands free. And I use this all the time. It is so handy. And a tip for you as well is, you know how sometimes you get the timer on your phone where you can take photos, you can do 3-second timer, you can do a 10-second timer. Sometimes what I do is, because it's really hard still to get the right shot, you can actually take a video. So start the video with the intention of, you know, taking a photo, but you just start the video, get ready, and you do a few poses with the video on, and then what you can do is screenshot the video on the perfect pose or the perfect picture. I saw a couple of ladies in the park a couple of weeks ago, and they were trying to jump and take a photo when they were in the air, and they kept missing that. So I said to them, just take a video and then stop it on the section where you're in the air and then screenshot that, and then that's your photo. Does that make sense to everybody? Is this helpful so far? Can you whack a 2 in the comments if this is helpful so far? And if you're learning something new. Andrew's saying he's learning something new. I bet you're gonna have some flowers in your photos, Andrew. Awesome. So this is helpful. Amazing, 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 amazing. So you've got your selfie stick. You've got your tripod, which is amazing. Always make sure you've got a clean lens as well. I know that sounds silly, but clean your lens. The back camera is better quality than the front camera, but if you have to use the front camera, then so be it. But the back camera is absolutely better quality. And then what I want to show you on your actual camera is you want to get the lighting right on there as well. So if you go to your camera setting, and if you push down on it, the little box comes up, and if you just hold that, this AE lock comes on, and you just want to click on the AE lock, and then basically what you can do, you can see how that's getting darker and then it gets lighter. So you literally can put it on yourself and make the lighting, the exposure look really nice, okay? And that's how you lock it in. And then once you've hit that lock, the exposure is not going to change, because sometimes if you've got an overcast day and you're trying to do a video or a photo, the exposure will change. Have you ever noticed that when you do it? You probably don't. You're probably not doing videos as much as I am of yourself. But I take quite a few videos, and if a cloud passes over, I notice that I get really dark. Okay, so this is just a really cool way that you can lock the auto exposure. Okay, very, very handy feature to have. And yeah, just make sure you glow in a really nice light. So I just wanted to show you that as well. The other thing I wanted to show you was the height. What sort of height should you have your camera on to take photos and to take videos? So a lot of people don't like double chins. I get that. So we tend to go, if you're taking a photo down like this, and I've seen people do Facebook Lives where they're holding it down like this. Now I can actually see another chin when I'm doing that on myself, okay? And it's not a flattering angle, okay? So make sure when you want it to be slightly up. So you want to be slightly up with the camera just above eye level, okay? So probably the camera would smack me in the forehead if I brought it closer. So that's about the eye level that you want the camera, okay? And always look at the dot, okay? I'm famous for telling people to look at the dot, because everyone looks at themselves and they check themselves out, and then they're looking at themselves instead of the camera. And on my camera, you can't see the camera. You can't see the dot. So I actually have to point it out and say, look over here, stop looking at yourself, okay? So make sure that you are absolutely looking at the camera when you're taking your shots, okay? There's nothing worse than getting the perfect shot and then you're not even looking. You're looking off to the side. It's distracting for the person that's looking at the photo. The other thing I wanted to share with you was creating a really simple iPhone movie, okay? I'm sorry to those that don't have an iPhone, but this is really simple feature that I wanted to share, and this is the last thing I'm going to share tonight because there's a lot to jam in. I understand that. But basically, to do a really cool iPhone movie, you want to, that's the feature there, the little star. It's the little iPhone app. And this is super, super simple. So basically you go click on that you want to create a new movie. It doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so let's say we want to grab a couple of videos. I created some the other day, so this should be, okay, here's a few videos of me exercising. All right, so let's say we want to do that. you click on create movie, okay? You can do this with photos or you can do it with videos. And then what it does is it puts the videos together. You can change the order around. You can put music behind it. You can put your voice over it. You can filter it if you want to have better lighting, everything like that. And you can edit them all in here. So I've been creating a couple of these movies, and you just basically record whatever you want to record, and it takes like literally, I don't know, 10 minutes to turn it into a movie with music behind it. So super, super simple. This is taking a while to download, so let me take a few videos off and let's see if that speeds it up a little bit. This is a really cool feature, guys, and this is going to help you stand out and definitely look more professional. So figure out what your passions are or what value you want to add. Could be a fitness video like this. Maybe it's you in the kitchen and you don't want to show the whole process of your cooking, and you just want some, you know, some video where you can, you know, cut to each section of the recipe. You can totally do that with this. So you can see here that it's put it all together, and basically all you do to edit it, I've just clicked on it, it goes yellow, and then you just bring this in to there, and then you go to the end of the video. If you want to shorten it, this is where, and you click it again, and then you just edit it like this. Okay, so now that's a shorter video. Now I need to neaten this one up so that I'm not walking into the shot. I'm already doing the exercise. And then at the end, you know how you got to get up and then go and turn the video off? You can edit that out. Okay, so you drop it back. And then basically you can add text over it. You can, as I said, filter it. You hit play and it tells you what it's like. And if you like it, then you click on done, and then you can add your music over it. So super, super simple, guys. Again, you can add your voiceover as well. It's not going to take you that long. I really highly recommend, if you don't have iMovies, to download it and have a play around with it. It's super, super simple. I didn't know you could do that. Wow, I'm happy with that. Thanks, Han. Quick is good. Not sure if it's available on Samsung. They probably have something something similar on Samsung. You just never know. So when you want to add the what am I trying to say? You can add extra videos as well. So if you want to add extra in there, but if you go to audio, it's got soundtracks already built in. It's got sound effects if you want like a bell ring or an alarm or something. But all these people in here, you've got the rights to this. So you're not going to get caught on Facebook, and they're not going to take your video down, because all this music here is basically covered. Okay, so this music that you put on your video is allowed on Facebook, but you'll notice that Facebook will stop some of your videos if they're really popular songs playing in the background of your video. So just be really careful, because we've done recordings like this before where we've had music playing while people are working, and then we've whacked it up onto Facebook, or we've done a Facebook Live and the video has not been allowed on Facebook because of that. So just be aware of that. So with your iPhone movies, iMovies, super simple way to create really fun things, and you can get super, super creative with that as well. And it's just, as I said, a way to stand out and a way for you to let your personality come out, you know, let people see you on a different level, on a fun level. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you to have a lot of fun with building successfully and simply online. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. I know that's a lot to take in. We've covered so much, but over the course of the next few days, have a play around with some of that stuff. Have a play around with some of your products, some of the props that you've got in your own home. You don't have to go out and buy other things. And if you don't have a tripod, I know that before I had the tripod, I used to stack up the stools in my house, and I'd have them stacked up with like a vase behind it, and that was my tripod. So what's your go-to? Like, don't feel like you have to spend any money on this. Just, you want to make sure that you've got really good lighting, that you've got that exposure feature on if you're doing videos. Natural lighting is best if you can. Often I will take the food that I've prepared if I want to get photos, and I'll take it outside and I'll get the photo out there. So yeah, just play around with it, get creative, work out what your passions are, what you want to share on social media, how you want to add value, and then use some of these tips and tricks that I gave you today. So I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to answer any questions that you've got.